Fala, Glezinha, tudo bem, gente? Com vocês, gente? Estamos aqui em live, gente, durante o lançamento do foguete Falcon 9, gente. Olá, gente. Gente, deixa eu deixar aqui, gente. Não, não conseguimos mostrar a conta, gente, da live. A live começou acima da hora, gente. Gente, tá dando eco aqui, gente, mas o meu PC tá chovendo daí. Eu esqueci de colocar até na tela cheia. Daí. Silenciar é áudio da tela. Aí, gente. Esqueci até de silenciar o áudio da tela, gente. E se inscreva-se no canal, gente. Não teve intro. Não teve nem nada. Vai ser live bem curta. Vai ser live bem curta hoje. Do lançamento. Pensei que não iria. Pensei que. Porque eu faço judô, gente, de segunda a sexta. E eu pensei, gente, que eu não ia conseguir chegar a tempo, mas cheguei a tempo, aí cheguei, aí preparo live. Comecei a live no exato momento que o foguete Falcon 9 foi no espaço. Não, no espaço não, que decolou agora. Mas o foguete Falcon 9 já está indo lá no espaço. Como que vocês dá para ver? Aqui, gente, não tem ninguém, gente, estamos aqui com um convidado, gente. O convidado fantasma. Seja bem-vindo, convidado fantasma. E convidado fantasma. Deixa eu ver aqui, gente. Tá nome, irmãos. Sei editar aqui. Aí, gente. Lançamento do foguete Falcon 9. Como que tá o eco da live? Deixa eu desligar aqui o negócio. Do pau. Aí, gente, o lançamento do foguete Falcon 9, gente. Deixa eu colocar aqui, gente. Aqui, gente. Aí, gente. Layout da tela cheia. Gente, e aí agora a tela tá cheia. A tela tá cheia agora, gente. Vai dar cutucada. Não, já deu cutucada, já soltou o segundo estágio. Já soltou o segundo estágio. Soltou o segundo estágio, agora vai soltar o resto. Não, o segundo estágio já foi soltado. Segundo estágio, primeiro estágio aqui no campo, aqui no meu, aqui do lado de mim, e do outro câmera do segundo estágio. Essa vai ser a primeira live curta, gente. E depois eu vou ter que colocar uma thumb aí nessa live, colocar a descrição. Essa foi live bem corrida, gente. Corrida. Foi a live bem corrida, gente. Lá o Foguete Falcon, nós voltamos, gente, já. Foguete Falcon, nós voltamos, gente. Foguete Falcon, nós voltou, gente, para... Nossa. Lá, gente, o Foguete Falcon 9. Cara, olha a resolução, gente. Será que o Spaceflight não vai transmitir a, a da New Glenn? Acho que vão transmitir a da New Glenn. Com certeza, eu acho que vai transmitir a da New Glenn. Pega aí, gente.
Drone ship level.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Views coming up here on the right-hand side of your screen momentarily.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And for a record-setting 25th time, B-1067 down safely.
And back shutdown.
With a good liftoff and landing of the first stage booster, what's coming up next for this mission, now that the Falcon 9's second stage has entered into a nominal coast phase, it will continue on in its parking orbit until T plus 54 minutes and 2 seconds. There will be a brief 1 second burn, and then the Starlink satellites are set to deploy T plus 1 hour, 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Keep our eyes on the strong back there at the pad as SpaceX strong back next several minutes here. Part of their process of turning around the pad as quickly as possible for future flight. Potentially as soon as Monday. I want to thank a few more folks to channel member Happy Cross for gifting 5 Spacefly Now memberships. Also, thank you to Wolverine Warlord for doing the same. So to our 10 newest channel members, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. If you haven't already, be sure to thank Cappy and Wolverine in the live chat. And we hope you decide to stick around with channel membership past the 1 month gifted mark. Also want to thank Kumar John for AG. Also want to thank moderator and channel member Clisty Lee for in honor of another new milestone, touchdown number 25. Yes, the historic and record-breaking 25th landing of a single orbital class rocket. First time that has ever happened. Number of times that Blue Origin says it is designing its new Glenn first stage boosters to reach. Of course, it'll be making its first landing attempt coming up potentially as soon as Sunday morning at 1 a.m. Eastern. With a good liftoff and landing of B-1067, let's go ahead and check the other mid-stats as they currently stand. Today's Falcon flight marked the 422nd Falcon 9 launch to date. This was the 5th Falcon flight of 2025, the 366th Falcon booster reflight, with a launch of a booster that has flown at least once. With no Falcon Heavies on the board yet, this was also the 5th orbital launch for SpaceX of the year. The 136th orbital launch within the last 365 days. This was the 227th orbital launch for SpaceX from Space Launch Complex 40, Slick 40, and the 281st overall orbital launch from this pad as well. With a good launch in the rearview mirror, here's where the bar chart currently stands for SpaceX's orbital launch venture. Moving on to some recovery stats, this was the 106th successful landing on the drone ship. Just read the instructions. That marked SpaceX's 315th successful drone ship landing and the 195th overall booster landing to date. Still fairly slim given the just a few launches that we've had so far this year. This was the 4th orbital launch from Florida, the 5th from U.S. soil, including the NRO mission from Vandenberg last night. 5th launch from U.S. Rocket Company, since Rocket Lab has not had a launch yet this year from New Zealand or Wallops. This was the 6th launch around. Fortunately, there have been 0 launch failures on the year so far. So here's where the pie chart now currently stands. Given all that we have coming up here in the very, very near future, we're going to go ahead and wind things down and get to it. First off, I want to thank our friends Pete Carstens with Max Q Productions, Chuck and Jen Briggs with C&J Images for assisting with tracking views today. Work and snapping some still photos of liftoff as well. You can follow him at MD Kane Jr. Adam on the road to Starbase right now. He's at Aburn NYC. You can follow us at Spaceflight Now, simply at Spaceflight Now on X, Threads, Blue Sky, and Facebook. Thanks to our moderator, Clistia Lee, for helping us out with this launch today. I don't believe I saw any of the other pop in today. Do want to give credit where credit is due. The technical operations of this broadcast. Most importantly, thanks to you for wherever you've been watching from today. We'll be back with live coverage of the latest launches over the weekend, of course. Next up to bat, as it currently stands, Blue Origin NG1 at 1 a.m. on Sunday, January 12th. For updates on that and other missions coming around the corner, you can head on over to on the launch schedule tab. For all of us here at Spaceflight Now, I'm Will Robinson Smith. Remember, be good to yourselves, be good to others. We will see you next time, folks. And until then, bye-bye.
Voltamos, gente. Eu acho que vai terminar agora a live. Então, gente, essa foi a live de hoje. Espero que você tenha gostado. E espero que você tenha gostado. Falou!